You need to be super confident in who you are and what you're exploring doing, because a lot of people might not understand you and judge you, and you have to stick to your vision. And that's very interesting. You know what is super interesting, Mickey, in what you say is that people will judge you for your choices as if they have a say, or if they could change anything, or if they pay you. My parents can judge my choices because they are my parents, and they paid for my studies. They raised me to be who I am. So if I go in a way that they don't understand, they might come and have an opinion, or maybe express a negative opinion. But I find it amazing when I have people who will judge you or laugh at you because they don't see you on Trace TV, or you don't have a new hit. And you're like, who told you I'm trying to have one? And that's what is interesting, and that is what creates an anxiety for a lot of creators who are kind of scared to receive those comments. And maybe they're tired of singing, but then they keep singing because they want people to continue believing that they are famous or whatever. And sometimes I have people sending me comments, and I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, how you have all these subscribers and your videos have only 1,000 views? And I'm like, well, actually, most of my views come from music. Most of my views come from the music videos that have been on this channel forever. That's the millions of views. Club Shada, all these things, this is something that I'm building, and it's growing at its pace. And who cares if it makes 100 views, 50 views, 1,000 views, 10,000 views? Like, who are these people commenting like if they had channels themselves, or if they were famous? Like, and it's something that a lot of people, they don't have the ability or the mental capacity to understand that those comments are stupid comments. Because it's like if I celebrate the fact that I'm almost reaching 1 million views, right? On in 1 million streams, on Spotify. I'm almost there. I'm about to reach 900,000 streams, which is amazing for me as a creator in my career, and the revenue it brings to me, and what I can do with that revenue, where I can reinvest it. And some people come out from nowhere and say, Drake makes 1 million stream in 10 minutes. And I will be like, yeah, great for him. What does it have to do with me? And we are not even in the same planet. He's out there in the stratosphere. But the real question here is, you who's doing the comment, what do? You commenting about somebody and another person. You might not even make the money that I make, and you are comparing my money with Drake's money. How old are you? And as creators, we always have to face those type of idiots that come and they try to make you lose your confidence, and they try to make you lose your purpose, because they want to keep you in the box of where they see you. Yeah, you are a content creator, you make YouTube videos, and if they don't see 10,000 views, they start doing stupid comments. When you don't know exactly what is my business. You don't know how much my YouTube channel generates. Sometimes I feel like replying. I'm like, bro, listen, you wish you received the money that I received from YouTube in the last 15 years. You wish. And then I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'm ignoring. And a lot of, sometimes people come to me, or even artists, sometimes other artists, they're like, yeah, you should da 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 da. And I'm like, guys, you wish you made the money I make from YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, even songs that you see and you don't even realize that I wrote them. You wish. Because at this time, I'm not interested in the opinions of people who are commenting, who don't make 1% of the money I make. And they just here giving opinions. Give opinions that are interesting. But a lot of people, they get caught up in trying to reply to those people, trying to prove something to those people. And that's how you lose confidence in yourself, and you start to leave the path of your vision to go to the path of answering people, proving people something, and then you want to prove that. And sadly, a lot of people are lost in that, and it comes to values. The values that your parents or the people who taught you, or life, those values, if you don't have them, you tend to let yourself be taken in every direction. And I've realized that a lot of people, a lot of people, they didn't have the proper education and the proper heroes, so that when they arrive in fame, when they make a hit, or when something happens, they sell a lot of paintings, etc., instead of continuing the path of their vision, they start losing track of where they were going. And it's always a question of values. Always. I was having conversations with, and we were talking about all the artists of my generation in the Zouk and Kizomba circle, and how, other than me and a few others, most of them are kind of lost in this space. And it all comes to the fact that those people were not raised in an environment where they have a stable family, a stable role models, etc. Or even if they go out of their family, they don't have mentors, people that show them the way. I'm very fortunate that one of the backbone of my life is my parents, and the fact that my parents have been together all their lives. My mom is with my dad since she's 18. She got married at 18. And now they are 64 and 75, or 65 and 76, I'm not sure. Still together, same house, and been through life together. This, for me, is something that I see, and whenever life plays with us, mistakes, pain, joy, whatever that life take us, when I'm like, it's not even that I don't even think about choosing the easy path with my wife, with life in general, because my example is this. So whenever shit happens. But when it happens, my structure as a person doesn't say, oh my God, shit is happening, let's run away. I'm like, yeah, let's face it together, because that's the way I am built. And when I arrive in the music industry, I arrive with those values, and I arrive with in a place with a lot of broken people, a lot of people that were doing music to survive, doing music to be famous, doing music to exist, doing music to have sex, doing music to buy drugs, doing music for all type of reason, to make money, doing music to feel better than the others. And when I arrived with my values, I was like, I'm doing music to express myself, and I'm doing music to build something, and hopefully with the money I make from music, I will build something else, and along the way I will reach my goal. And if in 5 to 10 years I reach my goals, by then I will have new goals, and I will use the money that I made on that goal to create other goals, and to invest in the next goals, and so on and so on and so on. But I'm like this because my mother is like this. I'm like this because my father is like this. They are builders. They run people. They run countries. They run businesses. They buy land, and they make fruits grow and feed people. They buy buildings, and they put commercial venues in there. So when you have parents like that, and you have that example of very stable and that type of person, and you have people that are larger than life as parents, when you arrive in celebrity, in business, in all these things, you are not the same as a lot of people that don't have those values. And I remember the first time I encountered hate, I was like, hey, but what did I do? I don't like you. What did I do? I don't like you. Why you wear glasses at night? Why you care? And when I encountered treason, I was broken. I was like, how can I take somebody out of nothing, and they just have talent, and I guide them I put the water, and I put the everything in the ground for the flower to blossom. And once the flower is blossoming, they act like if you didn't do nothing, and they run away, and they go with the first person who promised something. The first time it happened to me, I was in despair. I was so disappointed that I was ready to just stop producing, helping other people, making music. And it's just that we don't have the same values. In my values, when somebody do something for me, even if that person is a jerk or whatever, I will always be grateful, because that's the way I was raised. Those are the values that are in my tribe. Those are the values that are in my family. Those are the values that it's like my programming. That's the way I am. But then when you meet people who don't have those values, you kind of believe that, they will be like you, and they will have gratitude forever. They don't.